Okay, I think this is working now. Testing, testing. Okay. All right. Good evening, everybody. Had a little trouble with I streamed via Restream and it was very laggy tonight. So for some reason, I think things are a little bit more delayed than normal. But hopefully we can make this work. So hopefully there's sound. You can hear me. I see Donnie is in the room. Good evening, Donnie. Donnie, if you can hear me, just give me a thumbs up or a yep or something before I go too far here. No, there's a delay. Pretty long delay. Okay, I think we're okay. I've got sound on my end. Okay. Yep. Perfect. We have confirmation. All right. So tonight is night number 1 of Breakers Club number 2 for the year. And as I always do for the start of a new break, and I don't have to do this for the next several weeks, but I would do have to do this today. Let me quickly read down through the teams and who has what, again, using a version of your Discord handle. So the Diamondbacks and Braves are going to Shui Fumbler. Don Dog has the Orioles. Super Gadget has the Red Sox and Twins. Benji the Cubs. Doublebrook has the White Sox. I have the Reds. Swinko has the Guardians, Padres, and Mariners. October Rust has the Rockies and Pirates. Engel Woodstock has the Tigers. Vosbrink has the Giants. Night Owl has the Dodgers and Mets. Cards on Cards has the Cardinals. JC645 grabbed the Astros, Royals, Marlins, Athletics, Blue Jays, and Nationals. Johnny Boy has the Rays. Peach Pits has the Angels. Uncle Ben has the Brewers. Andy S has the Yankees and Rangers. And Jacko has the Phillies plus the non-MLB slot. So that is that. Now, I want to make one quick announcement and then we're going to get going. And the quick announcement is thanks to the last team being sold actually via auction. That was the Rays with Johnny Boy. Went for, I think, $30 if I'm not mistaken. I was able to go to Walmart, my local Walmart, and I found this for $26.99 or $25.99, $24.99, I don't know, something like that. It was just under $30. So you can directly thank Johnny Boy for that. We're going to add that to the Breakers Club. This is a blaster, but it's surprisingly heavy. Not used to that anymore with retail blasters. You can see it says 90 cards in the box, and we should actually get a hit in this. So I don't really know what to expect. It says 24 inserts or parallels, blaster exclusive stuff. So should be actually pretty good. And we had fun opening a box of Donruss a little bit earlier in the season. So I'm going to very quickly show you guys everything that this break has, and then we're going to get going. So, I added one more thing too. This was actually sent to me a while back, so it didn't really cost me anything, but I'm going to add one of these Pinnacle Inside. I never really quite knew what to do with it. This is a can product. I actually think I need a can opener to get into it. I was trying to look at that. We're not going to open this one tonight because I'm going to see if there's a cleaner way to open this. But yeah, so it's Pinnacle Inside. And if you maybe don't remember this, this was a 97 product. I believe a 1-year shot. And basically the gimmick was it's a can and it's the first baseball cards inside a can. Kind of goofy, but there's some pretty rare stuff that you can find in these. So who knows? So that's going to be also added to the break. So put all that together. We're going to have lots of cool stuff. So I already went over the can. We're going to have a box of MLB Showdown. This is the starter game, but it also should have a booster pack inside. Of course, the main draw perhaps is the brand new 2024 Finest. I think I'm going to save this for the last night, though. Sorry, guys. And then we also have a box of Fleer Hobby, this being from, I forget the year now. I don't know, some year. I have it on the Discord. Why can't I see it quickly? 2000 something. Anyways, I don't know. So that's going to be part of the break. And then we have a Panini Prism Blaster. We have a Topps Chrome Sonic. We have Upper Deck MVP. And then the main prize for the non-MLB slot will be a box of 2023 Allen and Ginter. And by the way, as I'm showing them, these are basically going to be days that we're going to open. So let me get those out of the way. We're also going to have a day where we do Chronicles, Fleer Platinum, Bowman from 99, and Panini Prism from 2019. And then we're going to have a day with the aforementioned Donruss, Skybox Dominion, a Bowman Mega Box from 2023, and Topps Archives from 2023. So those are all future days, which means today, if you're keeping score at home, we're going to open 2024 Bowman, 2008 Baseball Heroes, 2022 Mosaic, and we're going to start with this thing, which is Fleer Ultra. There you can see there, 1991. I ordered this from David Adams. This is how it came. I don't know if they were plastic wrapped originally. I don't really think it matters, being honest, for Fleer Ultra, but from 91 at least. But that's what we're going to start with. So if this works, and it might not, I took a photo right before this break, and that's what the overall break looks like. So over the next, hopefully the next 5 Tuesdays, well, today and then the next 4 after today, we will be busting through all of those boxes and cans, as it were, for the Breakers Club. So that's Breakers Club. And I want to welcome those that are new to Breakers Club. A couple of people, I think, are new to Breakers Club. And of course, welcome back to all of you veterans who have been in these things before. Certainly should be a lot of fun over the next several days. Let's see. JC just asks, can I get a Brett cutout of the Ultra box? Yeah, you can. I'll put a note on the box for myself to remind me. But yes, absolutely. I just throw the boxes out usually, or I use them as packing material. So Fleer Ultra box to JC. Ultra box cover. No problem. I'll put a note on it. All right. So now let me get back to full screen. Do you think I know how to do that? That work? Nope. That did not work. Let's try again. There we go. Okay. So we're going to start with the 91 Fleer Ultra. I always like in Breakers Club, I try to find at least one box that just has lots of cards. And ideally something that people maybe have opened a lot of, maybe not. But, ideally something that is a little bit less common, but still just gives us a lot of cards. So for this particular break, that's going to be Fleer Ultra. I'm excited about this one, honestly, because I believe every pack has a sticker in it. And I was such a sucker for the stickers back in the day. So as you can see, this box has seen better days. Like I said, this is how it arrived. I don't think there's any pack searching going on in Fleer Ultra. So I'm not really worried about it. It came that way from, like I said, from David Adams. So this is the only one that's not sealed. And it may have been sealed. It might just be beat up. So anyways, let me put a note on this box. Put cover, and we're going to get going right away. All right. So we've got lots of packs to open. I'm going to go through most of the packs pretty slowly. I probably will try to speed through these at least a little bit so we're not here all day. But our very first sticker is a Brewer. And I've probably said this before in a break, but as a kid, it took me quite a while to realize that that's an M and a B from Milwaukee Brewers making up the glove. And I always thought that was a pretty clever logo. So a solid first sticker. And then we've got, sitting a little far away here. I was going to say you should see my desk. You probably shouldn't see my desk. There's just boxes of cards everywhere. All right, so let's try this. So we got Pedro Guerrero, Howard Johnson, Marquise Grissom. You're going to get lots of old names here. Jesse Barfield. There's a nice Jay Bell for the Pirates. Also, I'll point out the backs of these are really nice. You get three more images of the featured player. Jose Oquendo for the Cardinals. There's another back view just to see. You also get the gradient that was in style in the early 90s. Charlie Hayes for the Phillies, Ruben Sierra Rangers, Dennis Boyd Expos, Omar Vizquel, very young Omar for the Mariner, Bob Welch, Dave Madigan, Mookie Wilson, and a prospect, Steve Chitrin. I don't think panned out, but that's what a prospect back looks like. So a little bit different. I do not remember that name. This also will make you yearn for the card boxes of old, where we have 14 cards per pack, plus a sticker. And we get 24 packs, I think, in here. Does it say on the box? I don't know. Oh, it doesn't seem to say, at least quickly. All right, our next sticker is going to the Twins. Jeff Houston, Dennis Martinez. There's a nice Ken Griffey Jr. I actually think I own that card. Dave Stewart, Todd Hundley, Mark Whitten, John Ramos, prospect, Tom Browning, Steve Frey, Dale Murphy, Jack McDowell, Bruce Hurst. There's a nice Joe Girardi action shot with the umpire right there calling the guy out. And Jeff Conine. Again, I'll go through the rest of the pack slower, but I don't want to be here all night with these. Johnny, hello. Matt, good evening. Ben, I'm glad you're joining us, even with no dog in the fight, so to speak. And Super Gadget, good evening as well. And I already said hi to JC and Donnie. We've got it was Indians then, Guardians now. Won't see that logo anymore. We got Jack Howell, Kevin Apier, Phil Plantier, Dave Bregman, Randy Milligan, Mickey Morandini, nice Kirby Puckett. We've got a Ryan Sandberg Ultra Team Fleer. That is an insert for the Cubs. Jose Lind, Brett Main, Craig Wilson, Brett Saberhagen, Tim Burke, and Tim Leary. I like these. I actually really like this set. I think it's a solid offering and criminally underrated. Our next sticker is going to Detroit. We got Glenn Braggs, Milt Thompson, Wes Chamberlain, Steve Lyons, Sean Abner, Luis Salazar, Lenny Harris, Len Dykstra, Greg Litton. I'm guessing this Lenny card he's got, mouthful of chew. Never see him without that. Eric Karros prospect, that's a good one. Alex Cole, that's kind of a pensive shot. Craig Lefferts, Henry Cotto, and Scott Geralds. A few names in there that I don't remember. Mr. Marlin, Jeff Conine. We got the Yankees. Hopefully we get all the teams. Stickers. Sid Fernandez, Kevin Bass, Willie Banks, Frank Thomas, the Big Hurt. Nice one for him. Craig Harris, Brian Holman, Jeff Brantley, Carlos Garcia, Andres Santana, Doug Jones, John Franco, Randy Reddy, Todd Burns, and Dave Anderson. Absolutely no card breaking. You're right, JC. They are all smooth flowing. This was just before foil, right? Because it was 92 Tops that introduced the gold foil. I guess Upper Deck had foil holograms and whatnot, but I was thinking of 92, 93 being kind of the foil era and the sticky cards. Oakland A's sticker there. Rick Aguilera, Alvaro Espinoza, Ted Higuera, Fred McGriff, Lloyd Mosby, Pete O'Brien, Dave Henderson, Tom Hurd, Dave Stibe, Darren Fletcher. I always love catcher cards. Dwayne Wade, Dan Pasqua, Terry Steinbach, and John Farrell. Did that say outfielder on the on the Thomas card? I didn't even notice that. That's a good catch. Or was that one? Where did it go? I'm not gonna be able to find it quickly now. But if it said outfield, that's a great catch. I didn't even notice that. Frank Thomas. Yes, you're right. White Sox outfielder, Frank Thomas. Good eyes. Chris, nice catch. Yeah, did he even play in the outfield a single game? Next sticker, the old M's for the Mariners. One of the lamer logos, if you ask me. Orlando Merced, Darren Lewis, Tim Raines, old Rock Raines, Vince Coleman, Dennis Rasmussen, Mike Moore, John Burkett, Kevin Brown, George Bell, Eddie Zosky, don't remember him, Brooke Jacoby, or Jacoby probably, Willie McGee, Eric Hansen, and Mike Gallego. And our next sticker is going to the Texas Rangers. Pride of Texas. And we've got Gene Larkin, the wrong Larkin. Damon Berryhill, Steve Carter, Kenny Rogers, Rick Honeycutt, Eric Plunk, Dan Gladden, Lee Stevens, Kurt Stillwell. We have a checklist with a Philly on the background. Who's number 9 for the Phillies? I don't know. And then Craig Biggio, Bobby Thigpen, Ron Gant, and Carlos Baerga. So this box is going to give me a lot of cards to sort right off the bat, but that's okay. Breakers Club is a lot of sorting. Hey, the old Expos. Nice Tino. Jeff Reed. That's a great looking card, honestly, like almost near collision there. Mike Sharperson, Vaughn Hayes, Julio Franco, Henry Rodriguez, Turner Ward, Ed Whitson. There's a nice Nolan Ryan. Great performances. Probably talks about a no-hitter or something. Terry Kennedy, Pedro Munoz, Carney Lansford, Randy Myers, and Stan Belinda. So we're getting some stars. A few prospects I've actually heard of. And a bunch of players that I have either never heard of or promptly forgotten about. All right. Our next sticker is a Giant. And we got Ken Griffey, Kevin Mitchell, Yvonne Calderon, Mark Leonard, Kirk McCaskill, Andujar Cedeno, Glenn Allen Hill, Lee Gutterman, Thomas Howard, Mark Knudsen. There's Ricky Henderson, Scott Champarino, Joe Carter, and Bobby Thigpen. Some of these pack wrappers don't want to open. I basically shredded this one. There we go. All right. And our next sticker goes to the White Sox. We're doing pretty well on the sticker front, at least. Mel Hall, Gary Templeton, Tim Naring, Dave Justice, Mark Langston, Ben McDonald, Jody Reed, Rance Mullenix, Rafael Palmeiro, Tom Gordon. There's a great Gary Sheffield. That's an awesome shot. We've got another checklist. That one's going to end up in the Met stack. Eric Anthony and Ozzie Guillen. Again, it's almost 4 and open packs with 14 cards in them. This many in a single box. Baltimore Oriole. Keith Miller, Daryl Irvine, Paul Ferries, Francisco Cabrera, Rob Dibble, Junior Noboa, Robbie Thompson, Chuck Knobloch, Leo Gomez. There's a nice Tony Gwynn. Swinko said, just pull me at least a Padre base card. Done. Randy Johnson, Will Clark, Daryl Strawberry, and Steve Decker. Vaughn Hayes was the Philly in question on the checklist. Thank you, JC. Red Sox. All right. We got old Edgar Martinez, the famous shortstop. I don't remember that. Dennis Eckersley, Tony Phillips, Greg Swindell. We have a checklist. Oh, I don't even know what team. Who am I looking at here? Who's that guy? It's a catcher. Did that help anyone? I don't know who that is. There's no identifying marks other than that. Mark Davidson, Lance Johnson, Tom Glavine, Jerry Brown, Mark Grace, Mike Devereaux, Spuds, Chris Sabo, Tom Brunansky, and Ramon Martinez. Chris says, I got a bunch of Padres here. He doesn't need these, but I got them at least. Hey, you didn't tell me pull ones you needed. You just said pull some Padres. Angels. Steve Avery, Felix Furman, Andre Dawson, Greg Olson, Barry Larkin, Jeff Reardon, Cal Daniels, Mike Henneman, Mark Portugal, Juan Samuel, Bill Spires, Paul O'Neill, Jeff Montgomery, and Ryan Sandberg. JC Terry Kennedy. Who does Terry Kennedy play for? That is not a name that I remember whatsoever. It's card number 399. I was thinking like Don Slott or something, but I don't know. We got a White Sox sticker. Brian Harvey, Terry Pendleton, Jimmy Key, Andy Hawkins, Brian Smith, Chuck Krim, Cecil Fielder, Mike York, Glenn Davis, Greg Catterat, Steve Sachs, Greg Gagne. Nice jump there. Dick Schofield and Scott Fletcher. A lot of good photos in this. Terry Kennedy. According to TCDV. Giants or Orioles. That's weird because neither of those teams are on the checklist, but maybe who the player is doesn't line up with who's on the checklist. So it's by team. So you got the Mets, Athletics, Yankees, Phillies, Pirates, Cardinals, and Padres. Next sticker, we got another Oriole. Dave Winfield, Casey Candell, Tim Belcher, BJ Surhoff, Jose Rijo, Mark Gubitska, Jerome Walton, Travis Fryman, Ottoby McDowell, John Kruk, Shane Mack. We got a nice Chris Sabo, All-Star or Fleer Star, Andy Van Slyke, and Terry Schumpert. Next one, Red Sox, and Dan Petrie, Jeff Blauser, Darren Dalton, Kevin Tapani. Hey, Bo Knows for the Royals. Don Slott, Rich Garces, Tom Pagnozzi, Greg Jeffries, Dave Martinez, Jim Laird's, Mike Lavari, Joe Migran, Dickie Thon. And we got another check. Angels, California Angels back then. This one's got the Met. Can make that one out easy enough. Ken Caminiti, Sammy Sosa, Lonnie Smith, Sandy Alomar, Derek May, Craig Worthington, Eric Davis, Greg Harris, Jay Howell, Donnie Hill, Robin Ventura, Tom Candiotti, and Greg Brock. All right, so what are we thinking here? TCDB says Terry Kennedy. And Terry Kennedy, but we don't know. I don't know who Terry Kennedy is. I don't know. It's not even a name I remember. We'll figure it out. Next pack, the Royals. Always like their logo. Simple, but I think it's effective. Frank Tanana, Steve Olin. We've got, I know that, Nolan Ryan. Jim Deshays, Melito Perez, Greg Olson. That's kind of a cool card. Bo Allred, Greg Maddox, very young Greg Maddox, no glasses. Bill Ripken, Tom Benzinger, Carlos Quintana, Eddie Murray, Chuck Finley, and Rafael Ramirez. Hey, Andy. Houston Astros. Mitch Williams, Cal Ripken Jr., nice one there. Hal Morris, Wade Boggs, Jose Offerman, Wally Jr., Greg Hilbert, Chris James, Paul Molitor, Lance Parrish, Bo Jackson, Roger Clemens, Alan Trammell, Chris Hoyles. Super Gadget says the Giants. Okay, so we're going with Giants for this one. I'm going to have to make a note of that for myself. Hey, we got a Dodger sticker. And Corey Snyder, Kurt Young, Don Robinson. There's a kind of interesting Gary Pettis, Scott Ruskin, Albert Bell, Dave Johnson, Tony Pena, Tom Henke, Brad Arnsberg, Kevin Seitzer, Jim Gatner. We've got another Philly and Mike Scott. All right, so we're doing Giants for the checklist. I'm going to just write that down. What number was that? 399. Okay. Better to make a note of it because my memory is trash. Today was my first official day back at work. My college that I teach at, we start next Monday. That's when classes start. But the Tuesday before the first Monday of classes, we always have an all-campus meeting with the president and kind of addresses state of the college type thing. So that was today. Cardinals. I'm going to carry Jeff King, Tim McIntosh, Bill Dorn, Brian McRae, Mike Bilecki, Lou Whitaker, Jeff Treadway, Ken Howe, Ken Herbeck. We got another Chris Sabo, which we've already pulled. Neil Heaton, Jim Eisenreich. There's a great Ozzie Smith. Mackie Sasser, another good-looking card. And Pat Combs. Was a nice bow. Next pack. Pirates sticker. Al Newman. We've got Bo Jackson for the second time. Bill Landrum, Danny Tartable, Todd Zeal, Mike McFarlane, Andres Galarraga, Don Mattingly, Brian Harper, Kevin Moss, Robin Yount, Gino Petrali. I like that one for the Rangers. And Mark Salas. Again, I'm not doing this box a lot of service because there are some great photos in this set. And again, when you get the cards in hand, make sure you look at the backs too. We get the Mets sticker. Carlton Fisk, Dave Justice, Mitch Webster, Mike Harkey, David Segui, Joe Oliver, Mike Greenwell, Mike Sosha, Jim Abbott, Eric Yelding, Alfredo Griffin, Greg Vaughn, Mariano Duncan, and George Brett. Hey, Andy just said he didn't realize the Brewers logo had an M and a B on it. I feel a lot better. I thought everyone did. We got the Phillies. That one's just a P for the baseball. Mike Fitzgerald, Bob Guerin, Bobby Bonilla, Jose De Leon, Roger McDowell, Bobby Witt, father of current phenom Bobby Witt Jr., Tim Wallach, Harold Reynolds. There's a nice Mark McGuire, Frank Viola, Manny Lee, Mo Vaughn, prospect. That's a good one. Hector Villanueva and Gary Redus. Next up is another Cardinal sticker. Scott Bradley, Walt Weiss, David Cohn, Kelly Gruber, Reggie Jefferson, Pat Borders, Ellis Burks, Jose Canseco, Luis Rivera, David Valley. That's a great card. I don't know if I've ever seen that one. Sean Dunston for the Cubs, Norm Charlton, Kevin McReynolds, and Nolan Ryan. Card number 355. Fleer, I forgot. Fleer put the cards are in order by set, I believe, in this one. At least I think they are. Probably could have looked at one of those 46 checklists we've already pulled. Pirates sticker. Lance Lancaster, Cecil Fielder, John Smoltz, Terry Mulholland, Junior Ortiz. Hey, we got something new here. Ryan Sandberg, Doug Drabeck, Denny Nagel, Ray Langford, Ron Darling, Delino DeShields, Roberto Kelly, Barry Bonds, very skinny Barry Bonds, and Lee Smith. Whew. We still have a few more. JC, don't let us start our trading group break doubles. Oh yeah. Well, there's no trading of group break cards. You can trade them once they're in your hands. Yes. When I get them sorted, they stay sorted by the team. Not going back through those stacks. This takes forever to sort these things. There's a nice Mets sticker. Daryl Boston, Mike Marshall, Benito Santiago, Tommy Gregg, Billy Hatcher, Kevin Elster, Jose Uribe, Dan Opperman for the Dodgers. I don't remember him. Joe Orsolek, Bip Roberts, bloggers, long-time bloggers. That'll mean something to them. Ken Griffey again, Kevin Mitchell, Ivan Caldera, and Mark Leonard. Surprisingly fewer duplicates than I was fearing. I feel like there's definitely duplicates, but not too bad. There's a Philly sticker again. Gerald Williams, Tom Bolton, Andy Bennis, Barry Bonds, great performance. Matt Williams, Dan Plesac, Hensley Mullins, David Wells, Mike Morgan, Roberto Alomar, Mel Hall, Gary Templeton, Tim Naring, and David Justice. Super Gadget says you're 38 cards short of the set. Well, if they're the teams you have, if you're only missing Red Sox and Twins, right? Yeah, you might get them. Cardinals again. Jose De Jesus, Jeff Russell, Spike Owen, Alan Davis, Ricky Henderson, Dwight Gooden, John Olerud, Pat Kelly, Dwight Smith, Gerald Young, Keith Miller, Daryl Irvine, Paul Ferries, and Francisco Cabrera. I will say that these team names are player names, I should say, are so easy to read in this design. I very much appreciate that. Hey, I don't think we pulled a Padre sticker yet. There you go, Chris. Can always use another logo. I do think the Padres logo is a little bit lame at this time, although I like that it says baseball club. Kirk McCaskill, Andrew Harcedeno, Glenn Allen Hill, Lee Gutterman, Thomas Howard, Mark Knudsen, Ricky Henderson, Scott Champerino, Joe Carter, Bobby Thigpen, Edgar Martinez, Dennis Eckersley, Tony Phillips, and Greg Swindell. My stack of these cards is getting dangerously high. Andy's worried about getting cheese on the cards. Oh, don't you love my background? Yeah, that was me messing around with online AI art. Giant sticker there. Just messing around with it. Wanted a new map now that I have the top-down view. You know, I'm really professional here, so I did some free AI art and then some cheap map maker online, but I think it was like $30 total. It turned out pretty good. A little goofy baseball, has got like weird seams down here, but you know, if you don't look at it too hard. Mark Langston, Ben McDonald, Jody Reed, Rance Mullinix, Rafael Palmeiro, Tom Gordon, Gary Sheffield. We got Mets on that checklist. Eric Anthony, Ozzie Guillen, Steve Avery, Felix Furman, Andre Dawson, and Greg Olson. JC says we should have 8 of the Ultra Gold cards. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I believe, including a bunch of duplicates. White Sox, another less than inspiring logo. Rob Dibble, Junior Noboa, Robbie Thompson, Chuck Knobloch, Leo Gomez, nice Tony Gwynn, Randy Johnson, Will Clark, Daryl Strawberry, Steve Decker, Brian Harvey, Terry Pendleton, Jimmy Key, and Andy Hawkins. Oh, yeah, you guys can all eat nachos, but I can't. I don't think you want me eating nachos while I open these. Yeah, you guys didn't like the bright yellow mat that I had. I took a lot of grief over that one. I only used that, I think, for one break. That's all I had. Orioles sticker. There's our Giants catcher again. All right. What do we got here? Mark Davidson, Lance Johnson, Tom Glavine, Jerry Brown, Mark Grace, Mike Devereaux, Chris Sabo, Tom Bernansky, Ramon Martinez, Dave Winfield, Casey Kendale, Tim Belcher, BJ Surhoff. We got 2 packs left of this box. Kind of flew through it, but kind of had to. Got Barry Larkin with a Red Sox logo there. Jeff Reardon, Cal Daniels, Mike Henneman, Mark Portugal, Juan Samuel, Bill Spires, Paul O'Neill, Jeff Montgomery, Ryan Sandberg, Dan Petrie, Jeff Blauser, Darren Dolan, and Kevin Tapany. And this is my last chance for a red sticker. We didn't pull one yet. And let's see if we did. We did not. Angels again. All right, final pack. Good luck. Brent Smith, Chuck Krim, Cecil Fielder, Mike York, Glenn Davis, Greg Cotteray, Steve Sachs, Greg Gagne, Dick Schofeld, Scott Fletcher, Mets checklist again, Ken Caminiti, Sammy Sosa Whoops, Sammy Sosa. I don't think we pulled that card yet. And Alani Smith. And that does it for that box. Whew. That was a lot. But like I said, I think it's good to have. And look how pretty these are on the backside, all the colors. And team logo is easy to read. I'll probably sort these upside down, actually, because those team logos are super easy to read. Another thing that I appreciate as a group break host. So we didn't get stickers for every team. I know that because I know we didn't get the Reds. I'm sure we missed out on several other teams. But a bunch of you got stickers. So that's fun. You're never too old for stickers. My college kids go nuts for stickers still. You know what else they go nuts for? Play-Doh. I do an activity in calculus that involves Play-Doh towards the end of the year. And I always tell them they can keep the can of Play-Doh because who wants that back? Disgusting. And it's like they won the lottery. It's so funny. All right. Just kicked my trash can. That's one box. JCS, how many of those Larkins do I have? Quite a few, probably. Although I didn't actually collect Flair Ultra. I'm going to give you an answer, though, because I can. Because now that I have TCDB, I should be able to pull that up pretty quickly. Well, as quickly as it'll load something on my end. I have 7 of them. That was before this break. So quite a few is the answer. Yeah. Not a super rare card. All right. So we still have the Mosaic, which I think I'm going to do this one last because it should have 3 autographs. We have the Bowman Mega Box from this year, which I think I'll do second to last, which means let's dive into Baseball Heroes. So this is a retail box because that's all I could find. This set is a set that I actually have collected in its entirety. I think it's a 200 card base set. I really like this set, and I have had this as a saved eBay search for a long time, wanting to get a box for a group break. So finally, this one came up for a somewhat reasonable price. I don't know why these go for such high prices. I mean, it surprised me. I don't remember the set. I guess it was kind of popular, but I don't know. But anyways, this is retail. Of course, if you look at the pack wrapper, you can see that there's a chance for relic cards in here. But the design is based on the old Upper Deck Baseball Hero set. So if you haven't seen this set, I think you'll like it. Now, I will say there's going to be a bunch of multi-team cards. I am not going to raffle those on video unless we get a hit, of course. But if it's just like base cards or even the 1 per pack parallel, I'll just randomize those when I get around to sorting the cards. There's no easy way for me to do that in real time. Of course, if we pull 2 of the same multi-card, then I'll just put 1 in each team stack. I think that's the fairest way. So you can see that's what the basic design looks like. So you can see the big Upper Deck Baseball Heroes logo down there. Of course, this one is Roy Halladay for the Blue Jays. And then if you flip the card over, you get some information about him. You get the team logo there. You get the giant Baseball Hero logo. Just a solid set. I really like this one. The colored parallels, there are parallels of this that are colored, and the background here changes, which is kind of neat. So I really enjoy this one. It's too bad it was a kind of a one of, but yeah. So we start with Roy Halladay, as I said. We've got Brian McCann for the Braves, Paul Konerko White Sox, and Rod Carew for the Angels. So you get some older guys in there as well. And then here's our first multi-team one. There should be 1 charcoal card, I believe, per pack. This is the retail only parallel. I bought enough of this on retail that I almost built the charcoal set. I didn't. I ended up trading the cards away, or most of them at least. But yeah, I certainly toyed with collecting that as well because I really like this set. All right. The Reds are not particularly well represented in this set, but I just like the set itself. We've got, and then a little more sticking this time than we had with the Flair Ultra. We got Jake Peavy for the Padres, Wade Boggs for the Red Sox, Mike Lowell for the Red Sox, We have, this was when Upper Deck was infatuated with the Yankees. So we've got Yankee Stadium Legacy. They had one card for each game. And then, I guess we'll put that there. We have Magliar Ordonez for the Tigers as our charcoal parallel. No Barry Larkin in this set, but still like it. David Wright for the Mets. Don Mattingly Yankees. We got baseball heroes Vlad, Ichiro, and Manny. Barry Zito Giants, and Hanley Ramirez for the Marlins. It would be cool if we pull a relic. I don't expect to. There was no information that they were seeded one per box or anything like that. I don't know what the insertion odds are, but it'd be cool. Carlton Fisk, Red Sox. Todd Helton, Rockies. Michael Young, Rangers. Nice Cal Ripken Jr. for the Orioles, and Rich Hill for the Cubs is our charcoal. Roberto Clemente. Enjoy getting cards of him still for the Pirates, of course. Matt Cain, Giants. We have a baseball hero, Nolan Ryan, Greg Maddux, and Randy Johnson. Another Yankee Stadium Legacy. And Nomar Garciaparra for the Dodgers is our baseball hero charcoal. Yeah, Andy's happy about the Yankees Stadium. And you have the Yankees in this one. So, yes, they all go to you unless they have a different team listed on them. But pretty much all those, I believe, are actually Yankee cards. Vlad Guerrero. Roger Clemens, speaking of the Yankees. Another Yankee, Chim-Ming Wang. And Ichiro for the Mariners. And our parallel is Corey Hart of the Brew Crew. Notice how many fewer cards we get per pack now as compared to the old school Ultra. Luke Scott, Orioles. Jonathan Papelbon. We've got Cal Ripken and Tony Gwynn. Split between. Hey, we did get a colored parallel. Phil Hughes for the Yankees. This is a green parallel numbered out of 499. I always like the parallels in this. Bright. It's really numbered. Good stuff. That's going to the Yankees, of course. And our charcoal is Ian Kinsler of the Rangers. Name I haven't heard in a while. I will sleeve that Phil Hughes when we're done with this box break. For the Padres, where's Chris at? We got Greg Maddux as a Padre. Don't see that as often. Chris Young, Diamondbacks. Carl Yastrzemski, Red Sox. And we've got another green. This time, Derek Lee for the Cubs, also numbered out of 499. That's pretty good out of retail. And Torrey Hunter, Angels. I was thinking if we got even one parallel, that was a success. So one, numbered parallel I meant. Alfonso Soriano, Cubs. Ryan Howard, Phillies. We've got for the Cardinals, Pujols and Musial. So both Cardinals going to the Cardinals stack. That's easy. Garrett Atkins, Rockies. And Justin Morneau is the charcoal. Chris, I appreciate the sentiment. Good chance I won't remember. If I remember, I'll do that. Otherwise, it'll just get random between the two teams, mostly because by the time I get around to sorting all these cards, I'll probably forget, but I'll try to remember. Jason Varitek, Red Sox. Brad Penny, Dodgers. Eric Bedard, Mariners. Another Yankee Stadium Legacy. And Pedro for the Mets. Yeah, this set has a nice mix of players in it. Jose Reyes, Mets. Nick Swisher, White Sox, Behind him is Grady Sizemore of the Indians. Delman Young, Twins. And then we've got a all Yankees charcoal. Jeter, Cano, and A-Rod. Solid card for the Yanks. Next pack, Edison Volquez for my Reds. Nomar Garciaparra, Dodgers. Joe Blanton, Athletics. Another Yankee Stadium Legacy. I don't remember them being that common. And Derek Jeter. So Yankees doing very well in this box. No real surprise. They always do well in group breaks. Albert Pujols, Cardinals. Ken Griffey Jr., Reds. Chase Utley, Ryan Howard, and Jimmy Rollins, all Phillies. Joe DiMaggio, Yankees. And Cole Hamels for the Phillies. Dan Ugla, Marlins. Yogi Berra for the Yankees, Curtis Granderson, Tigers, James Loney, Dodgers, and Ozzie Smith is the charcoal. No relics yet. Freddie Sanchez, Pittsburgh. Carl Crawford, Rays. We got a Mariner, Ichiro, and a Cub, Fukudome. Rich Harden, A's, and then 4 teams here. Pujols for the Cardinals, Jeter for the Yankees, Fielder for the Brewers, and Ortiz for the Red Sox. JC, so many former Marlins in here. I mean, the Marlins churn through players like almost no team, it feels like. Travis Hafner, Indians. Dustin Pedroia, Red Sox. Ooh, what is this one? This is a nice one. We've got out of $3.99, Steve Carlton. Like a gray or silver parallel for the Phillies. That was a little hard to read, but it's 176 out of $3.99. Get that in the light just right. You can read that. There we go. Going to the Phillies. Another Yankee Stadium legacy, and Roy Halladay for Toronto. Ian Kinsler, Rangers. Tim Lincecum, Giants. A big bunch of Yankees. Frank Thomas as an Athletic, and Billy Wagner for the Mets. Derek Jeter, base. Bill Hall, Brewers. John Mayne, Mets. Jermaine Dye, White Sox. And Tim Lincecum is our charcoal. Frank Robinson as an Oriole. Magler Ordonez, Tigers. We got a Yankee Mattingly and a Red Sox Bog. Probably put those 2 teams together purposely. Andrew Miller, Marlins, and Luke Hochevar, rookie for the Royals. He was supposed to be really good, but he didn't really ever pan out, did he? Hunter Pence, Houston. John Smoltz, Braves. Chris Duncan, Cardinals. Randy Johnson, Diamondbacks. And Michael Young for the Rangers. The charcoal parallel, according to TCV, the ones 1 per pack are black. Oh. Okay. Joe Mauer, Twins. Chase Utley, Phillies. A whole bunch of Red Sox on that card. Nolan Ryan and Brian McCann. So they're not charcoal, they're black. Is that what you're telling me? I misremembered what they called it. Torrey Hunter, Angels. Lasting Millage, Nationals. Oh, we got another numbered card out of $3.99. Todd Helton for the Rockies. And some love for Colorado. Who ended up with the Rockies? October Rusted. A nice one for Colorado. And behind that is another Yankee Stadium legacy. And behind that is Bill Hall of the Brewers. We've got 2 more packs here. We've got Lance Berkman, Astros. Oh, boy. We have a triple relic out of 50. Stop the presses right now. This one I have to randomize. Out of 50, look at that. Mike Schmidt, Ernie Banks, and Frank Robinson. So we've got the Phillies, the Cubs, and the Orioles all in this blue parallel. There's the backside. That is a beautiful card. That is why these boxes are so expensive still. Gorgeous. And numbered out of 50, no less. Dark blue. Love that. All right. So I'm going to randomize that, but we'll open the last pack first. So just so I don't forget to show it, there's the Hermes Ramirez for the Cubs. JC, navy blue memorabilia is the name for this one. So we will randomize that one in just a moment. All right, we have one more pack. That was in our penultimate pack, too. Pedro for the Mets. Ozzie Smith, Cardinals. J.R. Towles, Astros rookie. We've got Jeter, Griffey, Ripken, and Ichiro. I will take my Reds out of the running when I randomize this, so that'll end up in one of the other 3 teams. And we finish off with a Frank Robinson. All right, so let's get the base cards back in the box for now. The Charcoals and the Yankee Stadium Legacies back in there as well. Let me get some sleeves real quick. We will sleeve Mr. Todd Helton, Mr. Steve Carlton, Mr. Derek Lee, and Mr. Phil Hughes. So those were our colored base parallels. And now we have the big prize. And let me get a slightly thicker sleeve for this card. Oh, that one's too big. Let's see if I have one that's closer. There we go. Okay. All right. So we're going to do this. That shows up just fine. So I'm going to roll a die. This seems to be the fairest way to do it. If I get a 1 or a 2, it'll go to, let's hold it so everyone can see it. It'll go to the top team. In this case, that would be the Phillies and Mike Schmidt. If I roll a 3 or a 4, it'll go to the Cubs. And if I roll a 5 or a 6, it will go to the Orioles team slot. I think that is the fairest way to do this. And so I'll slide this over here. So I'm going to roll this right in front. So again, a 1 and a 2 goes to the Phillies. A 3 and a 4 goes to the Cubs. A 5 or a 6 goes to the Orioles. So we're doing one roll. We got a 1. So this is going to go into the Phillies slot. And the Phillies, where are the Phillies on my list? Because I have to give congratulations to Jackal. Jackal going to the Phillies. So I'm going to make a note of that. Another sticky note. Just so I remember. JC says only one of these cards exists in a current TCDB collection. I mean, numbered out of 50. That's a beautiful, this could be the pull of Breakers Club. I mean, that's beautiful. And I love that old school Ernie Banks in the middle. That's what makes it for me, honestly. So very cool. The back is a little nebulous, as Upper Deck was known to be. It says you've received a Mike Schmidt, Ernie Banks, Frank Robinson game-used baseball card. On the front of this card are pieces of memorabilia that have been certified to us as having been used in an official Major League Baseball game. It doesn't exactly say each of those guys wore those, but whatever. Still super, super cool. And in fact, perhaps I should say, the pull of the break. We'll see. Almost has to be the pull of tonight, right? But who knows? We still have 2 more boxes to go. So we still have these 2 tonight. I'm pretty excited. I love when we get something cool and honestly unexpected. Let's go Bowman next. We'll keep the one that promises 3 autographs for last. How's that sound? JC says on par with the Ohtani auto from what I don't know. That Ohtani autograph was really nice. We've had some really strong stuff. I get a huge kick out of, I don't know if any of you follow like Tops on Instagram, or I'm not on Twitter much anymore, but certainly on Instagram, they'll post like someone opening a pack of cards and getting, some exciting pull. Of course, they're advertising for their product. Fine, whatever. But the comment section, I always enjoy, because people always like, oh, of course it's a breaker. Of course it's a breaker. Well, first of all, the breakers are the ones that are, number one, they're buying the most products. So they're most likely to get the hits. But also, they're the ones recording everything, right? Like, I don't record, generally speaking, when I'm opening something for myself. There's the empty box. I always get a kick out of that. But my point is, it's certainly not just the big breakers that have thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. We pulled an Ohtani autograph, and now we just got that cool card. So the little guys can get stuff too. All right, so 2024 Bowman always is confusing. We've got what appear to be regular packs and then 2 mega box packs. I don't know. I don't pretend to understand Bowman. So we'll start with the stack of 4-packs. How's that sound? I know a lot of you love Bowman, which I'm glad because someone has to, but it's not me. So let those up there. This year's design is solid. I mean, I like this just fine, but yeah, a Bowman confuses me. All right, so we start with a nice Aaron Judge. We got Quinn Priester for the Pirates, Anthony Volpe for the Yanks, Corbin Burns, Brewers, Julio Rodriguez, nice one for Seattle, Jacob Burke for the White Sox, David Guzman, Blue Jays, Rock Riggio, Yankees, and then we get to the Chromes. We've got Adrian Santana for the Rays and Esmil Valencia for Houston. But yeah, we've done pretty well. We had that Chipper and Andrew Jones dual auto not too long ago. So we've pulled some pretty good stuff. Fernando Tatis Jr., Padres. Oh, we pulled a Superfractor. That was last year, I think. 101. Evan Carter, Rangers. Jung-Hoo Lee, Giants. Bo Bichette, Blue Jays. Matt Olson, Braves. Yohandy Morales, Nationals. Luke Keyskull, I don't know, Twins. Savin Cabellos, Braves. Tony Ruiz for the Royals. And another Brave, Douglas Glaude. Next up, Kyle Tucker, Astros. Christian Encarnacion Strand for my Reds. Colton Cowser, rookie for the Orioles. Noel V. Marte for the Reds. There's Bobby Witt Jr. I mentioned him a little while ago. Esmil Valencia, Houston. Max Wagner, Baltimore. Spencer Jones, Yankees. Enrique Bradfield Jr. for the Orioles. And Johnny Farmello for Seattle. And our final of the regular packs, Dansby Swanson, Cubs. Jordan Westburg, rookie, Orioles. Slade Ciccone, Diamondbacks, rookie. Francisco Alvarez, Mets. Johan Rojas, Phillies. Cole Emerson, Seattle. Johnny Farmello, Seattle. Jackson Holiday, good one for the Orioles. Nazan Zentello, Red Sox. And German Ramirez, Houston. So that's those. And then there's two that are specifically labeled Mega Box packs. I don't know the difference, but we'll find out, hopefully. Oh, they got the shiny effect going on here. Okay. We've got Evan Carter for the Rangers. Jason Dominguez, rookie for the Yankees. That's a good pull for the Yanks. We have a Rookie of the Year favorite, Noelve Marte. Curtis Mead, Rays. And Luis Matos for the Giants. And our second, but Dominguez probably pays for the whole box. Well, if it didn't, let's add in a Shohei Ohtani. That's a beautiful card for the Dodgers. Tyler Soderstrom for the A's. Jordan Walker, Cardinals. Quinn Priester, Pirates. And Christian Encarnacion Strand for the Reds. So, yeah, very solid. The holiday is back here somewhere. Question is it marked? It is not marked rookie. Probably because it's a Bowman prospect card. I think his rookie cards are they coming out next year? See, this is why Bowman's confusing, because this is part of the BP subset or set, whatever it is. I think that's the prospects, and I don't think prospect cards count as rookie cards. They sometimes label them as a first Bowman card, which is somehow different than a rookie card. I don't know. Bowman's confusing. I don't really like Bowman, although if I'm being honest, that was a nice box. I just never feel like I get my money out of Bowman. No Skeens. Yeah. All right, and one more for tonight. Whew, a lot of cards. This is the 2022 Panini Mosaic. Should have 5 silver prisms, 15 mosaic parallels, and 3 autographs. So And then there's a bunch of like super rare stuff that we could pull. They also are very proud of Wander Franco being on their box. Probably a choice most card companies regret. Is that guy in jail now? Whatever happened to him? For a while, every time you heard a news article about him, it was just worse. I don't enjoy these kind of boxes that peel up. All right, there's all the packs. Let's take the packs out. These are hardy packs, though. 15 cards per pack. All right, so here's your empty box. And here are all your packs. We'll slide those up there. Okay, yeah, these are thick suckers. All right, so this will be the last box that we open tonight. We will be back hopefully next Tuesday with the next round of boxes in the Breakers Club. So I want to thank all of you for hanging out. JC doesn't need the box cut out. Yeah, this is what happened to him. Sliced right through him. All right. So we start with Patrick Wisdom for the Cubs, Javier Baez for the Detroit, Marcelo Zuna for the Braves. There's a Padre, Drake Cronenworth, just in case Swinko thinks I never pull Padres other than Ultra. Joe Adell, Angels. Cedric Mullins, Baltimore. Justin Turner, Dodgers. We got the Cy Young winner from the previous year, Corbin Burns for the Brewers. Reed Detmers, Angels. Connor Siebold, Boston. Jose Siri, rookie for Houston. That's a good one. Edward Cabrera, rookie for Miami. Not numbered. Chris Bassett for New York. Not numbered, but pretty snazzy. We've got Straight Fire, Kyle Lewis. And Nelson Cruz for Washington, long ball master. So as Panini often does, I guess I'll separate those out from the base. Plenty of inserts and parallels and all that kind of stuff. Donnie sold a Wander 1-on-1 3 days before news broke. That was probably really good for you and really bad for whoever bought that card from you. I bet it's not worth, without even knowing what you sold it for, I bet it's not worth a fraction, or, barely worth a fraction of that now. For the Rays, Tyler Glasnow, Framil Reyes, Cleveland, Pablo Lopez, Miami, Yohan Moncada, White Sox, Tyler Mahle, Reds, Jeff McNeil, Mets, Andy Ibanez, Texas, Alejo Lopez, Reds, Josiah Gray, Washington, Curtis Terry, Minnesota, and then we've got Vidal Brujan for Tampa. This one is numbered for the Rays. This is number 93 out of 99. Make that out up there. Set that aside to sleeve in just a moment. We have an Aaron Judge Prism. We have a Christian Yelich. Trying to see if they're numbered for Milwaukee. Jose Altuve Capital Gains. Goofy card. And blistered Matt Olson of the Braves. So I didn't see numbers on those, but I did on the Brujan. So let me try to sleeve all the serially numbered cards right away. Go through a lot of sleeves with Breakers Club too. All right. Next giant pack. Spencer Turnbull for Detroit. Alex Bregman, Houston. Miguel Rojas, Miami. Carlos Correa, Minnesota. Logan Webb, Giants. Will Smith, Dodgers. Alek Manoah, Blue Jays. Camilo Doval, Giants. We have a 1990 star, Frank Thomas. Not numbered. Matt Vierling, Philadelphia. Ryan Velotti, Colorado. We have an upside down, so I'm guessing an auto. Yes, this is Mike Bowman, rookie auto. Going to Baltimore. Mike Bauman maybe? Very shiny. Not numbered, serially numbered I can see, but certainly very shiny. Going to Baltimore. We have a Cody Bellinger Prism. We have a Bo Bichette Swagger. And Marcus Semien for Texas Long Ball Master. So that's our first auto of the box. These up here. Don't want to get the cards in the big bowl of cheese, right? Ryan McMahon, Colorado. Trevor Rogers, Miami. Carson Kelly, Arizona. Bryce Harper, Philadelphia. Steven Strasburg, Nationals. Luis Urias, Brewers. Gavin Lux, Dodgers. Joe Ryan, Minnesota. Romy Gonzalez, Chicago. Randall Rosarina for the Rays. Andre Jackson for the Dodgers. We have a Tyler McGill for the Mets, Prism. We have Jesse Winker for the Mariners. We have a 5-tool Wander Franco. Some would say V-tool. And Straight Fire, Xander Bogaerts for Boston. Interesting card. Should still have 2 more autos in this box. Mitch Haniger, Seattle. Zach Greinke, Kansas City. Iser Kiner Falafa, New York. Nicky Lopez, Kansas City. Trevor Bauer, boo, for the Dodgers. Sandy Alcantara, Miami. Zach Wheeler, Phillies. We have a 2000 Stars, Albert Pujols. I don't know why that one was upside down, but it was. And then we have a 1990 Stars, Mark McGuire. Hans Kraus for the Phillies. We have Sandy Alcantara. This one is numbered out of 99 for Miami. Let's leave that in just a moment. We have Miles Straw for Cleveland, Prism. Xander Bogaerts for Boston. Denied, Mike Trout for the Angels. And Capital Gains, Wander Franco. It was a Franco hot pack. We have a lot of Wander cards in this. Sleeve those. Grab a couple more sleeves here. Figuring I'll need them. All right. So yeah, we still have a few packs to go, but I want to thank everyone for hanging out with me tonight. And I also want to thank all of you for supporting the Breakers Club. I know a number of you were asking for one, and we sold every team. So I appreciate that very much. And we end up with, I think, a really fun mix. So we had a strong night one. Chris Taylor, LA, Bo Bichette, Toronto, Max Muncy, LA, Ozzy Alves, Braves, Julio Reyes, LA, Tyler Stevenson, Reds, Kevin Gossman, Toronto, Colin Welker, Colorado, Aaron Ashby, Milwaukee, Jake Berger, Chicago. We have another auto. This one's going to Texas. That's AJ Alexi. I don't know Mr. AJ Alexi, and I guess that's what that signature says. I guess I'll believe him. Sleeve that in just a moment. Luis Gil for New York. Trevor Story for Boston. Vlad Guerrero for Montreal. That'll go on the Nationals. And on the 5-tool, Byron Buxton. So let's sleeve our second auto. I hope our third auto is someone I've heard of. Next pack. Adam Frazier for Seattle. Marcus Semien, Texas. Chris Sale, Boston. Luis Castillo, Reds. Logan Gilbert, Mariners. Frank Schwindel, Chicago. Brandon Nimmo, New York. Hoyjun Park, Pittsburgh. We have an 80s star, Ryan Sandberg. Thomas Zapucki for New York. We have another auto, Nick Algier for Toronto. These rookie pitcher autos I don't know anything about. Akil Baddoo for Detroit. Juan Soto for Washington. Albert Pujols for the Cardinals. And another straight fire, Cedric Mullins. Kind of a cool looking card for Baltimore. So that's our third auto, though we still have 3 packs left. Chris, 3 Dodgers in one of the previous packs, only 1 Padre. There's not a lot of Padre love with some of the new stuff. I didn't realize that until you mentioned it in one of our other breaks. So hopefully we'll see what we can do. In fact, here you go. I see a Padre next. Jonathan India for the Reds. Ha-Sung Kim, Padre. Austin Riley, Braves. Max Fried, Braves. Joe Ross, Washington. German Marquez, Colorado. Dalton Varsho, Arizona. Joan Adon, Washington. AJ Alexi, Texas. Vidal Brujan, Rays. Ooh, we have another upside down. We have another auto. Peyton Henry. Who's he play for? Miami. So that's a surprise. We got Rookie of the Year, India. We got Lance McCullers for Houston. We have a straight fire Max Fried and a capital gains Bryce Harper for the Phillies. So bonus autograph, right? Isn't that the fourth one? Or am I just not counting right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. We've got 4 so far. This one is apparently a different version. This is a Prism. Maybe that's why we got a 4th. I don't know. I'm not going to complain. Joey Gallo, New York. Aaron Nola, Philadelphia. Milwaukee gets Josh Hader. Anthony Rendon. Tim Anderson, Chicago. There's an Ohtani for the Angels. Lance Lynn for Chicago. Connor Wong, Boston. Chaz McCormick, Houston. Kyle Muller, Atlanta. 2000 star Vlad Guerrero for Montreal. Eli Morgan for Cleveland. Evan Longoria for San Fran. We have a Men of Mastery, Clayton Kershaw. And Jacob deGrom for New York rounds out that pack. And our final pack for tonight. This was a lot of cards. We've got Mike Yastrzemski for San Fran, Joey Votto for the Reds, Brandon Crawford for San Fran, Justin Verlander, Houston, Clayton Kershaw, LA, Josh Donaldson, New York, Marcus Stroman, Chicago, Gabriel Arias, Cleveland, Julio Rodriguez, Seattle, Seiya Suzuki, Chicago. We have a purple Javi Baez. This is numbered out of 49. 17 out of 49 going to Detroit. We have a Tony Santillan, Drew Ellis for the Diamondbacks, a swagger of Yadi Molina, and a blistered Trey Mancini for Baltimore. And that does it for our box of Mosaic. I don't think we can complain too much with 3 serially numbered parallels plus 4 autographs. The hits again going to Texas, Toronto, Baltimore, and Miami. Clearly, though, I think I can say this. I think it's a fair statement. Our big prize of the night. Can you believe this just sat in a box all this time? Beautiful triple relic. Schmidt, Banks, and Robinson going from the randomizer into the Phillies stack. So congratulations, one and all. I hope you guys and gals enjoyed tonight's break. We've got 4 more nights lined up. We'll be doing 4 boxes each night. I don't know. I have the stacks are all pre-divided right now. I may end up switching them around depending what I feel like opening next week, but I'll try to do a balance of years and sets and stuff like that as best I can. So yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, we're going to shoot for roughly the same time next week. I'll announce on the Discord as I always do, but try to start somewhere between 8:30 and 9. That's the hope anyway. So thank you one and all. Thanks for supporting. And I hope you all have a wonderful evening and week ahead. And I'll be talking to you next week. Also, if you don't pay attention to the Discord, I've been giving away free cards almost every day. So sometimes something really special, other times just random base cards, whatever I have / feel like getting out. But that's been a lot of fun for me. So yeah, feel free to check that out.